What is up, everybody? Welcome back inside Home Built Workshop. Welcome back to episode 24 of Inside Home Built Workshop. Back here in the shop. Just wrapped up a few projects. The first being my sanding belt. Something in my eye. Are we gonna edit that out? Nope. I think we'll leave it. One of the fun things of Inside Home Built Workshop, I can leave goofy stuff like that. Something lands on my eye when I'm talking, you guys get to see it. So I've finished up a few projects recently. The first being my 2x72 belt grinder belt sanding belt rack. Almost got a tongue twister there. I hope you guys got a chance to check it out. If not, there's a link down below in the description and card right up here. See, I finally got that down. Enough of the not knowing which side. So I'm just a little behind the scenes on that. When I'm looking at the camera, I know what side the card pops up on YouTube, and it's on the right hand side of the screen, but it's actually my left side. And when I'm looking at the camera screen, it's mirrored, so when I'm looking at the right hand side of the screen, it looks like it's over here, but it's not. It's just the screen always messes with me. But now I got it. It's on my left every time. So I'm really happy to have that belt rack done. It made it a lot easier. I've already been able to get some use out of it. Somebody commented that they'd never thought of using shaker pegs for shop furniture, and actually I hadn't really either. But I've got a lot of these shaker pegs, and I'm really just trying to use some of them up. I've probably got a big old bag, like a grocery bag kind of size, and a whole bunch of these things, a couple different sizes. Actually, I think it's 2 different styles, and they're a little bit different size. So I'm always trying to find good uses for those things, and I thought this would be a good one. And it's not going to get a lot of heavy use in the shop, so I'm not worried about really them breaking off or anything. I'm not hanging anything super heavy on it, you know, heavy tools or anything like that. It's only intended to hold these grinding belts for the belt grinder and the grinding discs. So I don't really plan on doing anything heavy duty, so I'm not concerned that they're going to break off. And that wasn't the tone of the comment, was that there was going to break or anything, but it just kind of got me thinking, you know, I really haven't used shaker pegs for shop furniture, and it's not something that I've seen a whole lot. I'm sure people have done it, but it's not very common, I guess. So, but I thought it was a perfectly good use for these pegs, and so far the rack is doing really good. Also, it was kind of fun putting that project together and trying to think of the different ways, you know, to show you how to do different things. You know, it's not always you got to cut it on the table saw, you got to drill it on the drill press, and you got to cut, you know, dados and rabbits and this, that, and the other thing. You don't really. You know, it just depends on your level of skill and the really what the end result is you're looking for. If you just want a functional piece and you're not trying to impress anybody, and it's not something that you're trying to you know, really fine-tune your skills for that sort of stuff, if you just want to slap something together that is perfectly usable and fully functional, you don't need to go crazy. If you just build something. Some other things that I just finished up, I was working on a jig for a project that my daughter and I are going to be doing. And that was one of those projects that kind of led to another project. So I was building this jig and I'm trying to cut miters, and the methods that I used previously just weren't cutting it for some reason. I was just having a lot of trouble, had a lot of scrap pieces and test cuts and just not good joints. So I ended up building a miter sled. Pretty basic, not too fancy or anything. I am going to do a video on this build. It was actually really simple. Again, I wasn't trying to do any sort of fanciness on it. You know, a lot of people will put like a T-track and that sort of thing, which is awesome, and I may try to work that in later on. But I really needed this thing to go together quick and be accurate, so that I could finish these jigs for the project with my daughter. So be on the lookout for the miter sled, the easy miter sled video, and also I'll be doing a video on the jig. The jigs that I'm building, they're kind of specialized for what we're going to be making with, which will also be a project video. So there's like 3 miter sled, the jigs, and the actual project with the jigs that my daughter and I will be doing together. This was kind of her idea to do the project. The jig was my idea, but I thought it would help out when we get to that project. So I'm not going to give it away, but those two will be kind of woodworking, and the project with my daughter, it is not woodworking, but is a project that she wanted to do, and I got to do a little woodworking to build the jigs, and she wants to do a video on it. Completely all her idea, and so we're gonna do it. I'm kind of excited. She said that, and I'm sure I'll talk about this again in another update as we get closer, but I'm excited about it because it was her idea to do the project, and she wanted to do the video to show everybody what we're gonna make. So I am not gonna discourage that kind of idea, especially it is a project, and maybe it's something that you know, that somebody is interested in and might want to check out, but we are definitely gonna do it. So it's happening. You may also notice in the background I have tape on my sign. So I know you guys have noticed that it's kind of starting to sag, and that is because it's such a thin strip right here. This is a super thin strip of wood. I actually did a video on that when I made this sign. I don't know if you've seen it. If not, I'll put a link below in the description. Man, I haven't actually watched that video in quite a while. I don't even remember quality-wise. I don't even remember how I filmed that. But anyway, I'll put a link down below if you want to check it out. Hop on over and check it out. But it's a super thin right here, and it's not really secured. It's only secured, where is that secured? It's secured on the corners. So this whole span has nothing there, and that's because I really couldn't find a good way to secure it there. I had some glue holding it, and I am getting ready to fix that up. Several of you have commented on that, so if you have, thank you. Rusty Nail, thank you. You are encouraging me to get this taken care of, even though I know it needs to be done, but we're gonna do it right now. We're gonna see how the hot glue works, see if I can hot glue this thing. Would you believe I just stuck my finger on the tip of the hot glue gun? That wasn't very smart. I don't know. We'll give that a second for the glue to harden up, and we'll see if it's gonna hold. So one other thing while that glue dries, I need your guys' input a little bit. So I have Home Built Workshop t-shirts, and I haven't been able to get them up on the website yet because I'm trying to work out shipping. I've got US shipping all figured out. That's not a problem. But where I'm running into a challenge is with international shipping. So what I want to know is your input on the cheapest way, or the best way. Maybe I shouldn't say cheapest, but the best way to ship stuff international. So what I'm looking at is first class mail. That's what I plan to do for US. And I'd like to stick with first class for international, but I don't know if that's the best option. I've been to the post office, I've got quotes and you know, shipping costs. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below, shoot me an email, anything like that. Hit me up on Facebook, shoot me a message, Twitter, any of that stuff. Get a hold of me. Let me know based on your experience. I don't want to just ship US, and that is the only reason I haven't put these shirts up yet, because I want to have everything available all at the same time. Maybe there's a better way. Maybe I need to change the packaging around a little bit to get a little bit better international shipping rate. So give me some feedback down below. Let me know. Give me your thoughts, because I do want to get these things up. They're sitting there in a box. They're ready, but I got to get this shipping figured out. Let's see if this glue's dry. Oh, look at that. Feels pretty solid. We'll roll with that for a little while. Hopefully that'll work. What do you guys think? It's better? It's better that way? Does it look crooked? I think it looks pretty straight. So let's wrap it up here, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. All links down below. Also a link to the belt grinder rack video down below. And also, please give me some input, if you have any, on the shipping for international t-shirts. What's the best way? Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.